Hey guys, LuckyHD here, and Tales of Tanorio has just dropped their absolutely insane roadmap, and in this video we're going to be talking about that roadmap and what is going to be coming before, during, and after release. If you guys do enjoy this video, go down there, like, subscribe, and let's get straight into it. Alright, so Tales of Tanorio put out on Twitter that once they reached 10,000 followers, that they would be dropping their new and updated roadmap. If you guys remember in the past, they actually did make a roadmap. I believe this was around like summer-ish, and obviously it was pretty outdated and definitely needed an update. So this is why they actually created a new one that has a lot more information and honestly has me super excited about the game. Now let's not waste any time and actually get into the tweets. So they first started off and said, "Your continued support is greatly appreciated by the Tales of Tanorio team. A roadmap of our current plans for Tales of Tanorio can be found below. As Tanorio's world expands, we cannot wait to see you soon." And then they dropped the actual roadmap, and in each of these things they had 5 different sections, and we're going to be talking about each of these 5 sections and the little pieces in between. So buckle up, grab some popcorn, and let's get into this. Starting off, they said development team stream. So basically this is going to be something that they're going to be hosting that is going to actually be showing some gameplay footage, and the developers are going to be talking about things about the game. Basically it is going to be an official live stream that you'll be able to come to and obviously talk to the developers, and also see a couple minutes of gameplay footage inside of the game. Next up, we have Q&A with the devs, and I'm pretty sure a lot of this stuff in this tier right here is going to fall into the exact same thing that I was just talking about with the development team stream. As you can see, Q&A with the devs, and then exclusive teasers, so only, teasers that you're going to be able to find on this live stream. Next, obviously, we have never before seen content, again, going into the exclusive teasers thing, and then a few minutes of gameplay footage. So basically, probably just going to be a few minutes of actually just, walking around, getting your start of Tanorio, and introducing you to the actual world of Tanorio. It is going to be a pretty hype live stream. Next up, we have the release week trailer, the final countdown. It says, "See some new Tanorians, more gameplay footage, exciting reveals, no story spoilers, and will not ruin blind playthroughs." So basically, this is just going to be a little hype trailer that is going to drop before the actual game comes out. Probably, again, like it says right here, around a week before the game comes out, they're going to be dropping this trailer and showing a bunch of stuff. Now, if you guys are wondering, obviously, where you can find all of this stuff and the upcoming live streams, check out the Tales of Tanorio YouTube channel. After this video, I'll be putting in the first link in the description below. Then comes launch day. Now, launch day says, "Begin your Tanorian journey. The story introduction, over 60 discoverable Tanorians. Challenge 2 stadiums, Raya and Monzi. Trade with friends, new mechanics and secrets to discover, and replayability." So, guys, let's go back and see right here. We have 60 Tanorians on release. We have 2 gyms or stadiums with obviously Raya and Monzi. If you guys remember, these are actually 2 characters that we just saw on one of their little poster things that said "take the challenge." So I guess you could only assume that everybody else here could possibly be a stadium leader as well. Now, we also have trading on release. However, we don't have battle on release, but we will be getting into that very shortly. And then obviously replayability. We're not going to spoil too much of what the replayability is. Obviously, you'll see it when it comes out. But then obviously after launch day comes the first update to Tales of Tanorio. Now, what is going to be the first update? Well, we have continue your journey. So we're going to be getting some more story inside of the game and over 20 more Tanorians. Discover a strange corporation and challenge Alabaster. Now, Alabaster obviously is going to be the next stadium leader, and then PvP with friends using an innovative new formula. So this is not going to be like the regular status quo of what a lot of creature catching games are. This is going to be a completely fresh and new PvP scene that is going to be obviously very free to play friendly and just very inclusive. Now, don't worry, it's not actually going to change up how PvP is going to work. Like, we're not going to do something like Pokemon Go where you have to drag your mouse or something across. No, it's not going to be anything like that. It's just going to be how PvP is set up is going to be different. Then, of course, in the first update as well, we have Guardian Reversion, which Guardian Reversion, if you guys don't know, is basically our, like, Mega Evolution equivalent. So, yeah, on the first update, we're going to be introduced to Guardian Reversion, which is going to be absolutely insane, because, obviously, we're going to be up to 3 stadiums by then, and it would only make sense. Then obviously after all of this right here comes update 2, discover the depths of your first dungeon, and more replayability value. So on update 2 guys, we're going to be getting our first look at the dungeon and how dungeons are going to be working, and obviously you're going to be able to challenge the first dungeon. Now if you guys remember, we actually saw one of these dungeons back inside of the Winterfest trailer, basically showcasing that these dungeons are going to have exclusive reskins, exclusive Tanorians, and a bunch of stuff to do inside of them. And obviously if there's going to be one dungeon, who's to say that there won't be more dungeons? Now the Tales of Tanorio Twitter accounts actually went into the replies and was answering some people's questions about what some things are going to be inside of the game. Somebody said, all I want to know is, will there be wonder trading? If so, how early will it be accessible? And then they said, wonder trading was confirmed previously. We'll go into more detail on it soon. So it seems that they're going to be very kind of secretive about, when it's actually going to be coming out. However, rest assured that wonder trading is going to be coming to the game. Veltrox Viking also said, will the elephant boil be available at launch, or would I have to wait a while to get them? And they said dungeon. So if you guys remember the little elephant Tanorians that were actually revealed inside of the Winterfest trailer, these entire, just line and all that stuff is going to be accessible during the dungeons. You're going to be able to get them during the dungeons. Now if you guys are not inside of the Tales of Tanorio Discord, I highly recommend that you go and join it, because there's actually a lot of things that they don't say on Twitter that they say inside of the Discord instead, with things obviously like polls and all that stuff, just gathering the general community feedback. And actually reading a lot of these polls can definitely tell us some things about the game. One of the big things is going to be breeding inside of Tales of Tanorio, yes. So like how Pokemon obviously has breeding and then they have their eggs, Tales of Tanorio it seems will have the exact same thing. And with this, there was actually a poll that asked, should eggs be time-based, example takes 5 minutes to hatch, or step-based, example takes 200 steps to hatch? And it seems that people said that eggs should be time-based. So basically, they should take like 5 minutes, 6 minutes, whatever amount of time to hatch, instead of obviously taking 200 steps. Because realistically, who is going to want to sit there and run around the entire time, versus if you could just wait for it to hatch? There was another poll that was put up that said, should Tanorians have a higher chance to give its size to its offspring? And everybody said yes, versus 15 people that said no. And then continuing the topic of eggs, should eggs appear in the overworld behind players? And everybody of course said yes. Finishing up, this one's for all of the artists out there. If you are an artist, they're actually hosting a competition inside of Tales of Tanorio right now. Basically, they're going to be picking a couple winners that obviously will be able to have their art featured inside of the game, and they'll be able to win some things like a Rainbow Doll Fantasy right here. So you're going to be getting an exclusive Tanorian only for things like artists and all that stuff. And yeah, definitely a pretty good incentive if obviously you are an artist. But yeah guys, that about does it for this video. Definitely let me know your thoughts about all of these new Tales of Tanorio features coming inside of the game. Obviously, I am super excited to share this world with all of you, and we have been working super hard over the last almost a year now, trying to get this game out for you, and yeah, we are obviously not going to be putting out a release date anytime soon, because that would just be simply foolish. However, we are still sticking true to our word that it is going to be coming out somewhat early 2023. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.